Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Reality Hour. I am your host, Adam Samuel, and today we are doing might be our favorite podcast of the season that we do. This is our top 24 draft. We will talk about the top 24 contestants, kind of break them into three teams, and winner take all bragging rights. We're gonna go through that all, but joining me is my co-host Grace. How you doing today, Grace?
I don't know. So, some of you know it has been far too long since I've won one of these drafts, especially with American Idol. I've lost the last two, and I am preparing myself to lose again this season because I normally I have tea leaves I can read, and now I've got like nada.
We also have Eric. How you doing today, Eric? Our reigning champ.
I'm doing okay. We're ready to do a dice roll again? Who goes first?
Grace.
Oh, well, Grace.
Grace, you're first. Okay. Now
Okay.
let's see who goes second.
Adam.
Okay. There goes all the pressure on me, which is fun.
All right,
Grace, let's see. Are you going to screw this up?
You get to pick this, our first pick. Who are you going with?
This one was tough because there's a lot of people that I like that I think have about as good a chance of winning as I do, and I'm too old to be on the show now. Unfortunately, actually, all three of us are now. But I'm going to pick the only real viral audition of the season, and I'm going to go with Slater.
Correct choice.
Yay! So I didn't love Slater until the Showstoppers round when he finally had to do a cover. That was his best performance. I was not completely sold on him. I was like, okay, he might win. He had the most viewed audition of the season. He's like the only one even anywhere close to. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to beat the 35 million that E.M. Tongi has on his duet with James Blunt, but actually, no, it's his audition, then that. Anyway, not important. But Slater's the only one that had like any actual views on his audition. And even though I haven't been sold, we'll see.
Yeah, from my perspective, going by the pattern of the past two seasons and going by the fact that he so clearly fits the traditional winner mold,
Which I think has been broken.
I hope so, because I hope he doesn't win, but he is the obvious first draft choice. So congratulations, Grace, on not screwing this up. In theory.
It's funny. I'm kind of like looking over these contestants, and I'm like, I don't really see a ringer. Like, I really don't see like the winners. I mean, yes, Slater seems like the obvious pick, but otherwise, like, I guess it's maybe just because I've had like no time to get attached to any of these contestants. I feel like, we had the auditions, and then in 1 week we're at top 24. Just to put this in perspective, like in season 11, 10, we would have 3 rounds of Hollywood, we would have a full Vegas round, and then we would do the top 24. It's like you guys aren't into like superhero movies, but like they're in Marvel, they kind of take their time, or at least they used to take their time before they get to like the Avengers movie, and DC used to just like speed run through it. And I feel like we've kind of taken the DC strategy where we're just going straight through. There's no interest, there's no kind of connection, people don't really, the names just kind of are there, then they get cut, and it just, it's a very difficult way to kind of draw a connection. So to be honest, I don't really have much of a connection to personally any of these contestants. So I'm just going to go with who I'm predicting is going to go far, who I think is, going to do well. Or should I just pick who I want, like who I like, or who I think?
Jesus Christ, Adam, make up your goddamn mind.
I'm going to go with Breanna Nix.
Huh.
Yes.
She was number 8 on my list.
I'm just going based on who I think will do well. Because I've done that in the past. I've picked who I'm rooting for, but I think this girl's going to be around here for a while. Do you disagree? I think like she's
top 7 to 10.
I had her the middle of my list. She is getting a lot of pimpage, which might work against her. Because we've seen it before. Some contestants who are pimped, they're either some of them have done really well, a la Lauren Elena. Some of them have done really bad. and I don't think she's the best singer, especially, I mean, there's only 10 girls out of this top 24. So the girls need to stand out. And I don't know if she can.
Eric, to you.
Okay, I'm gonna snipe Grace here and pick Baylee Littrell.
Okay.
And the reason I'm gonna do that is because if Slater isn't the boring white guy who wins, Baylee will be the boring white guy who wins. He's gonna go really, really far. I have zero personal interest in anything he's singing, but I'm playing for if Slater crashes and burns, I always have a chance.
Dang. Tell us how you really feel, Eric.
That's how I really feel about him.
I mean, he was kind of in the middle of my list. Even though I do like him, first of all, NSYNC is the superior 90s boy band. I'll fight both of you on that.
I don't disagree. Continue.
But Baylee, I've liked, and I know that like he's been getting a lot of shit online because he's a nepo baby. Not as much as Carney Wilson's daughter, who got cut the first day of Hollywood, but here's the difference. She wasn't good enough. He is. But I'm going to pick the person that I thought Eric was going to pick. Drew, welcome to Team Grace.
F you, Grace.
She's not going to win, so it doesn't matter.
I still wanted her on my team because she is my favorite contestant this year.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Drew was okay on X Factor from my perspective. I wasn't really a big fan of her, but my God, she's incredible now. Her showstopper performance was probably one of the best I've seen in the past 8 years of ABC Idol. So,
Wow.
yeah, I really, really like her a lot. And so
I do too.
I'm a little mad that Grace has her on her team, but know that in my personal rankings of who I would prefer to win, Drew was number 1.
It's not happening.
We'll see.
Although hopefully she has learned from her X Factor experience and will not do the same thing every week.
We'll see.
The good news is Simon Cowell isn't there to screw her up.
The ever good news is that the show is much shorter, so if she does the same thing every week, it's less likely to grow old.
All right, Adam, you up?
So, Adam, any thoughts?
She would have been my pick, so solid choice, Grace. She was one of the few names I recognize in this group. I'm gonna go with Thunderstorm.
Damn it! Screw both of you. Screw both of you.
I like this dude.
It's called revenge, Eric.
He seems like he's, pretty well liked. He's talented. I can root for him. I think he'll go far.
He is my second favorite of all of the contestants this year. To be fair, I've seen him live, and he was really good live. One of the things he did on the at a concert was he sang "Summertime" with just him and an acoustic guitar, and my God, it was amazing. And if he does that on the show, it could be a real moment for him. So there's lots of things that he could do that would be really, really, really impressive. And so we'll see what happens. But
so I did a good pick.
You did a very good pick and a very mean pick. Both of you, Miss Brown, just picked my 2 favorites. So screw you guys. Well, since you picked my first and second favorite, and because we're past the people I think have a chance of winning, I'm just gonna say throw caution to the wind. Ché Chesterman is my next pick. I'm fully aware he's screwed.
He's not making it nearly as far as he did on X Factor.
You're correct. Having said that, God, I loved him on X Factor so much.
Louisa was better.
Yes, but Louisa is better than basically everybody that's been on X Factor.
That's why she won and he got third.
Yeah, obviously she deserved to win, but he deserved second at least. I'd have somebody I like on my goddamn team. So there, and you took the other 2 that I like the most, so I had to take him.
All right, well, Ché goes to Eric. Grace, back to you.
I'm gonna pick the person that I was between Drew and this person, and I'm gonna pick Mattie Pruitt.
All right.
My hopes are small because she's 15. but she has been popular. I didn't like her audition that much, but she was really
way
great.
better in Hollywood Week.
Way better in Hollywood Week. She got to skip the duet round, which I thought was stupid, but not even just for her, but for the other three as well. But yeah, welcome to Team Grace, Mattie.
Good choice.
It's a good
Mattie
pick.
Keys.
I think she'll be going far. I'm just going to pick the people I like. I'm going to go with Desmond Roberts. I really, really enjoyed his audition. And I think we're going to see a lot of him this season. I think he's going to be really good. I have very high hopes for him. So I'm going to go with Desmond for my third pick.
I had high hopes for him until I saw a showstopper performance. I thought some of it was a mess, honestly. But I did like the song choice, but the execution of it was just not good. He was number 19 on my list after my showstopper performance. But good luck with that one, Adam.
I have really high hopes. I believe he'll be around for a while. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed for Desmond.
Okay, now I'm going to pick the person who actually, based on where she's from, I might actually be able to see at some point. Gabby Samone is my next choice. And she's from Baltimore. And she's got a killer voice. That showstopper performance was one of the... Drew was the best. Gabby was right up there with her, in my opinion. Truly, truly impressive. And so I'm picking her not because I think she'll win, because this show sucks, America sucks, but because I want to be able to say, hey, when I eventually get to see her live, potentially, I'll get to say, hey, I saw you. Oh, you were on my team. That'll be fun.
Okay.
Right. Solid pick.
All right. And it is my turn. And I thought about doing something that I did 3 years ago that worked in my favor, but I'm not going to do that this time anyway. I'm going to pick Amanda Barise. So now I have 3 girls on my team, and there's only 10 in the competition.
Oh, gosh.
So I don't want to say I'm not going to pick any more girls. Of course, there's, to my count, 3 left. Maybe 4. No, it's 3. But yeah, Amanda has been really great. So great that she won't win, but I think we've already picked the person who's going to win at this point. So let's just have people I like.
Yeah. I think there's one more potential winner who we haven't picked yet.
Okay, Adam, go ahead and pick that person.
Give me Kolbi.
Nope.
Incorrect.
Wrong?
Yeah, Kolbi has no chance.
I like Kolbi. She's cool.
She's nice, and she's got a great personality and great voice, but so goddamn old-fashioned at this point. And her showstoppers round, as she admitted herself, wasn't nearly as good as her audition. So,
I mean, to be fair, she was sick.
And she was also self-aware enough to admit it, which I appreciated. At least she didn't think she was doing good in that performance.
Which is ironic, because when you're a platinum ticket, you basically have a free pass to the live shows. You can just go out there and fart and you're going to get through.
John Foster is my last pick.
All right, John Foster goes to Eric.
Scotty McCreery Jr.
Exactly. I hate that he's a contender, because there are lots of people who Grace and Adam have picked who I really actually like this season. Like, there's like 7 or 8 people I genuinely would pay to see live from this cast, and John is definitely not one of them. He's in my 13 to 24 zone, basically, of how I ranked them in my preference draft. But
if he sings "Your Man," I'm gonna freak out.
Maybe lock the doors and turn the lights down low. Put some music on.
Yeah, no. And the thing is, I don't know how old John is, but Scotty was 16 at the time. That song is not age appropriate.
John seems very young as well. Anyway.
He's 18, so he's a little bit older. But alas, it is now my turn, and nobody picked the person that I was thinking about redoing the same strategy that kind of worked, but so I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to pick Cannan.
Cannan goes to Grace. Tell me why.
For the same reasons that I picked Willie Spence, God rest his soul, a few years ago. Because, well, for one thing, I picked Chase first, so the draft was already over at that point. But also, Cannan is really, really good at what he does. Is he a marketable artist? Absolutely not. However, He's a judge's favorite, so I know he's going to make the top 14 regardless of what he does. He's skipped every round that you can skip. I don't know if people are going to be as sold on him as the judges are. Probably not. But again, the winner's been picked, so let's just pick people that can sing.
I gotta be honest, I'm between 3 people now here, and I'm not sure if like I pick one of them and that's gonna be like a really bad idea.
How have you not made a stupid decision yet?
I haven't made a stupid decision yet.
Not really. Although your stupid decision last season made the finale, so
I'm gonna go with Olivier.
that was a stupid decision.
Still gonna go with it.
We did it. He was number 20 on my list.
Really?
He is like so ungodly mediocre.
Exactly. I said very middle of the road, like the definition of middle of the road.
He's on my team anyway. Go ahead.
Grace picked the person with the most views this season. I'm going to pick the person with the second most views this season, who is Jamal Roberts. Do I think he's going to win? No. I initially wrote that I felt bad for him because he's up against so many other stellar vocalists this year that he's definitely going to get lost from a shovel. And then I checked the YouTube views and like, nah, maybe not. Maybe he's actually going to go further than we think. So, yeah. He's my next pick.
All right. Well, I am out of good contestants.
No, you're not. There's one left.
There's 9 people left.
There's one contestant left that I like.
We've got, who's left? Zaylie, Grayson, Penny, Josh, Victor, Kyana, Mikey, and Isaiah. And Filo are the only ones left. I'm going to pick Filo.
Yay! Literally every single performance he's done has been so underwhelming to me. Given he's a platinum ticket winner. So.
Yeah, and I've got 2 of them now, so... Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even make top 12.
You guys are tough critics. You guys are like really...
No, I'm not a tough critic. I said there's 8 people this season I would pay to see live. That by definition means I'm not a tough critic.
It's funny, when I was talking last time, I said there were 3 names that I was considering picking, and I picked Olivier. And now both of the other 2 are still here. I'll go with Grayson.
Yay, thank you.
Yay, thank you.
I mean, it's the one other person I liked is still available. And also Grayson was number 24 on my list. So, great choice there, Adam.
All right.
Montaged, and I have like no memory of who she is. So, but the last person I liked is MKY, Mikey.
Oh, yeah.
That was who I was. That was one of my 3 that I was looking at.
I was leaning towards him as well, but then I saw a post on Reddit where somebody was saying they think he might be a narcissist.
Yeah, duh.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. To all the good-looking men who audition for these shows, you don't win points when you know how hot you are. We don't like that. I'm going to take Isaiah. I'm not even going to dare attempt to pronounce his last name. He's Isaiah. He's Samoan Silk. He's on my team. Let's do this.
I thought, honestly, he's good, but like, I think that he's gotten a lot of screen time, so he's a decent choice. I think he at least could make the top 12 pretty easily.
There's 1, 2.
There's
3,
5
4,
people left.
So I get 2 more picks or 1 more pick?
Yeah,
2
more.
But 1 right now.
That's how math works.
Eric is just spitting fire today. I'll go with Josh King.
Number 12 on my preference list and number 23 on my prediction list.
Still going with him.
I wasn't saying you weren't going to.
All right, Eric, up to you.
You have left is Zaylie, Penny, Victor, and Kyana.
I think Victor just...
Damn it!
And the only reason is he's the highest on my prediction list. He's gotten a lot of screen time. And he's not my thing, but he could sneak into... He could potentially sneak further than some of the other people.
I was going to pick him.
I was going to pick Drew, and I was going to pick Thunderstorm, so screw you guys.
Again, it's Grayson Adams' revenge. And now, I said I didn't want any more women, and we have 3 women left, and I don't like any of them. The winner's been picked. I picked Penny.
All right, Penny to Grace.
I have zero memory of her, pretty much. So
The only thing I remember about her is that she sang Pink Pony Club.
yeah, that's
Pink Pony Club.
And she tried to sound like Chapel.
Adam, who's your pick, and who am I stuck with?
I'll take Zaylie.
Ha 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 ha! Stupid decision.
Well, it's not a stupid decision because at this point, none of them are going to win. Zaylie, honestly, the best part was that the judges stood literally at the pitchiest moment of the entire performance. All 3 judges stood up.
That performance of Happier Than Ever was horrible. It was so bad that I actually had to go and watch the karaoke performance as a palate cleanser. This is a song that does not work. Like, I get it. You can't say half the words in that song on network television. But with this song, you kind of need to, or it doesn't work. All right, so now Eric is stuck with Kyana.
I guess I am. Basically, I don't think she's in it for the long haul. Nice tone, limited range. There were a lot of people I liked this year. And of course, Grace and Adam got most of them on their teams. So screw you all.
For each of you guys, who's the person you wish you had gotten that you didn't?
Thunderstorm.
Person?
What did you guys say?
I said Thunderstorm. And maybe Gabby.
Thunderstorm is the correct answer of who you wish you should have gotten, Grace. Because this is who I wish I had gotten. Purely based on how good he was live, I think he's a dark horse, potentially, to go very far.
I think if I had like an idol steal, I think I would have gone with Baylee. Predictions? Who do you think's got the winner, guys?
I think
Me.
Grace has the winner.
Grace with Slater?
Yes, probably. Or Drew.
Remains to be seen.
Or Drew.
Yeah, Grace's team is kind of stacked.
I honestly think all 3 of us have a potential winner on our teams.
I think it's way too early to say, and I can't read the tea leaves.
I do think I have the least likely situation for a winner on my team. I'm the least likely one to win, but that's fine.
Eric doesn't care about winning.
I just care if someone I like wins this show, which is not going to happen, but...
You're not going to get lucky 2 years in a row.
You're right. I mean, I did in the past, but it's been a while, so...
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. Next week is going to be very busy for 2 of our hosts with their certain holidays each. And Agnostic Eric over here will be watching the show and missing the conversation, but we will make up for it when we come back in 2 weeks, and we will discuss at that point probably the top 14.
Next week is the Hawaii Disney Alani week,
which was pre-taped, I think,
it was
2 months ago.
Yes. So there's 2 groups. One group is being mentored by Ashanti, and the other group is being mentored by one of my celebrity crushes, Josh Groban. So be ready for a lot.
You raise me up so I can.
I love him. I've seen him in concert. I've seen him on Broadway. My mom, me, and my grandma are all in love with him. So make of that what you will. And we have song spoilers if you want to go to Spoiler Corner.
Sure.
Okay. So if you don't want spoilers, click the video off now. I don't have performance order other than who's opening and who's closing. So group 1 was Ashanti's group. Baylee is singing Happy.
Cause if you feel like a room without a roof.
Breanna is singing Still Rolling Stones by Lauren Daigle. Ché is first. Sorry, Eric. And he's
fodder.
And he's singing Master Blaster by Stevie Wonder.
That could be really good.
Gabby is singing It's All Coming Back to Me Now.
I love that song.
Pageanty.
Love that song still.
Isaiah, who's apparently now going by the name Mac, which I can actually spell, is singing You Can Have It All by Mowley. I don't know that song. Jamal has the pimp spot. He's singing Liar by Jelly Roll. Who, by the way, I think did more actual mentoring in one episode than the previous mentor did in however many years he was on the show.
Yeah, probably.
but if I hear the words "be yourself" come out of his mouth, I'm going to shoot my TV. Kolbi, who's apparently now going by Coco, is singing New Attitude by Patti LaBelle from Beverly Hills Cop.
That is not a good song choice.
Mikey Jimenez, MKY, singing Adorn by Miguel.
That is a good song choice.
Penny is singing Good Luck Babe, so another Chapel song.
Fodder.
I know. Slater is making the terrible mistake of singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
It may actually be more up in the air than we think.
With a guitar. Victor is pandering by singing That's My Kind of Night by Luke Bryan.
Blech.
And Zaylie is singing Heart of Glass.
Can go either way.
Group 2, mentored by my baby boo, Josh Groban. Amanda has the pimp spot, and she's singing Defying Gravity.
I hope you're happy.
I am just so over the Wicked craze at this point. Don't get me wrong. I like the musical. I've seen it twice. But, like, thanks to that damn movie, which I refuse to see, it is, like, the most hyped thing ever now. And I'm done with it. Anyway, Cannan or CJ, I don't know what he's going to be going by, is singing Glory to Glory to Glory. Desmond is singing Do I Do? Stevie Wonder. Drew is singing I'm With You by Avril Lavigne.
Excellent song choice.
I think it's a little different than what she's done before. So, yeah, I would agree it's probably a good choice with her.
I love that song.
Filo is singing Who's Lovin' You?
When I had you.
Grayson is singing Ceilings by Lizzie McAlpine. Never heard of it.
Oh, really?
Never heard of it.
That a good pick, Eric?
What?
Is it a good pick?
I don't remember who Grayson is. All I know is that Sub Radio did a cover of that song, and it was freaking fantastic. So.
All right. John Foster and his guitar are first with Callin' Baton Rouge by Garth Brooks. Josh is singing I'm Still Standing, which I can't take seriously thanks to, well, two things. Number one, the music video, because Bruno from Dancing with the Stars is in it, in like shorts that are shorter than anything I've ever worn in my entire life. And that hilariously awful duet from a few years ago. Anyway, Kyana is singing I Am by Stan Walker. He was the last winner. Yeah, Stan was the last winner of the original run of Australian Idol. He also was a judge on X Factor in New Zealand for the very brief run of that show. Mattie apparently didn't get the memo that Katy Perry isn't there anymore. She's singing Wide Awake. Is
she doing like an unplugged version, or?
I don't know, but even then, that's one of the less overproduced Katy songs. It's actually a song that kind of requires you to sing.
Yeah, I really, that's like, I think maybe one of my favorite Katy Perry songs.
That's a low bar in my book. I don't miss her. Olivier is singing I Am Not Okay by Jelly Roll, so it's another Jelly Roll song. And Thunderstorm
has it in his contract, like, if I'm going to be on the show, like, 5 people have to do one of my songs.
And finally, Thunderstorm and his guitar are singing Is This Love by Bob Marley.
Is this love that I'm feeling?
And
it's a good pick.
Yeah, that's it.
You've sung enough in this episode that it will exceed the 60-second limit of a short.
Oh, goodness. Okay. But yeah, that's our fun. There's 4 hours this week, and then Sunday night there's a 3-hour episode. So
how excited are we?
I am not watching the 3-hour episode. The theme is so pandering and so annoying that I'm going to protest by not watching that episode. I will vote for the people I like, and then I may or may not watch them depending on how juicy the song choices are, but we'll see.
But yeah, that's it for this week, and before Adam starts singing again, Eric should probably click off.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.